OKFM 101.7.
Lawyer Godwin Edwige Tamakloe aid Edema former President Mahama, now a private legal practitioner. Mira, memoachi.
Ununyan for private tickets.
Boko, and now Miss Weddy on the lighters. I mean, obedient command was Nanka. A year better bena lockdown by Yenan Company Mahama. What could Diablo chili? What way did I get about one answer me? And I said, what the other you can never say, because any more money and quarantine near who is a beginning on level. Oh, nice. Your band day. Brana, my bone channel pay ya. Airbus, name himself once a mucha. And that year, Yakobaya, Ghanaian Observer, Daily Graphic, and the idea was say, Samakin Kanya, the Ghanaian Observer say, Airbus saga, Interpol issues arrest warrant for Mahama and 3 others. And no Eboha, over Daily Graphic and so the same thing. And I want to so Edia Tuga. Edia Basemna say, Ebo Bobby.
Yo, Brakwame, once again, Chia, Miniaba, Obwa studio, I'm a pay, and it will able produce that back of it. Yes, okayfm was Ghana, a democracy, and a pay piano, or muti tickets here. Or entertaining, or educate or inform Ghana for it now. Maka we no. Now it's important, say, yeah, they are obviously useless and worthless arrest warrant. You're between discussing it properly.
Hey, as an officer of the court.
Yes.
Will be not Interpol. Mibo. Interpol. Matibra.
Extremely useless and worthless arrest warrants. Now I'll tell you why. You see, Airbus Assembly, Airbus, Oman Penny, another Dankwe Kufuado. Imagine say wanya a pot of gold against the political opponent. And remember, say, America at that time, and so now Trump, I imagine so investigation about or not Ukraine for investigating Joe Biden's son, for the directorship of a company in Ukraine. Na asemi bayi anchebiana mampeni na kufado eka asiu Martin Amidu enko investigate asemi. Na 2 pieces of documents are ewoho a deferred prosecution agreement and the approved judgment by the Crown Court. Now, much earlier, this same matter has been investigated by the Justice Department of the United States of America into a woman's judgment. In the package, the financial forces, that's the French PNF, also I investigated. So it's 3 countries.
Eddie, apparently, Metiasia year 1 Bako at the new woman pie a case of deferred judgment. Me bacho Bako ne woman 1 deferred judgment and a second one.
The deferred prosecution agreement.
Okay.
And the approved judgment. One who said the deferred prosecution agreement. No, what signing we are? What the Bakoma judge? That judge adopted. It's a novelty in the criminal administration process in the UK. And all the Bakoma, IS Ghana had 2 parties that entered the FN or settlement agreement, not the former judge. The judge adopt here now by consent judgment. That is how almost in the crime, but it's different from a plea bargain. In the plea way, I see the panel cry there. You are at the verge of prosecution or some idea to with your interest. In this case, also look to avoid prosecution. will enter into the deferred prosecution agreement. That ends the matter. Until say, Onipa na we beneficiary of the deferred prosecution agreement, no, tobacco committed the same crime. In that case, no, you can now proceed to what? Prosecute the person. In the same way, Omoko Crown Court, your background eda astanano. Now, oh yeah, no, will give you the approved judgment. We've had the benefit of reading the deferred prosecution agreement. The judgment from the court are the Department of Justice. Yeah. And the documentations are AFI, the PNF, that's the French counterpart in all of this. Now, that Kwame, Omuye Nanado Danko Gupado, Echte Martin Amidu say Onfa Enko investigation. Martin Echtro Krata Edekoma, the serious fraud office. Ewo English approach memo. Say Omuya additional information to assist on no investigation. Now, before then, Ghana, you were the FN, the mutual legal assistance, we are any English approach, any US for a war. Into MVP, and some are prosecution, witnesses, and all of those things, under the mutual legal assistance way. Into assembly by Martin, extra. Krata come on. What's your Krata come on? Welcome, but your line also.
Me was so party you pa.
When receiving any positive response from them, that's the UK authorities. Into Onankasa and Adrian send your Nabayan investigation. Into Oko Ministry of Defense and Ghana Armed Forces. Because Casa 296 no, a yomomodia. Into your call in a documentation via EFA agreement no Okoyi Nina FE, the Ministry of Defense and the Armed Forces no any investigation into Okaya and Chebiana as usual the People's Daily Graphic Daily Graphic front page Martin Amidu invites 3 named individuals. So, guys, are events, no?
Mekaipa.
Good. Or invite you more. As for invitation, the invitation, I can decide to honor and not honor it. Correct. Until around 13th May, in a Omoko Circuit Court, TNEU, Omoko Circuit Court, 13th May, Mrs. Efia Owusua appear the court and a warrant. 13th May, more.
Me pacha warrant no to do what?
To effect the arrest of these individuals. But obviously, a British national no one a British. Untumin can say who use Ghana warrant in Ghana here see and Cochino. 2. The so-called Bribery Act. And see what Ghana. Hello?
We tell you, a tear for the animal person or common.
And see what Ghana. And see what Amanone. 2. Osha, the alleged Bribery Act no crime. And yet, a government official in a etia at the Mutie Ama Opi Daddy Airbus Ewo the friend of success-based commission engagement with a company I friend Dendo. According to Martin Amidu, the directors of this company includes Samuel Mahama. Now, Sebi Brakwame, Mr. Samuel Mahama, a year Oko UK at the tender age of 9 years. What's now UK based in? He's a national of the United Kingdom. He has a known address. The serious fraud office in the UK, Omuni, they can just walk in if they need him arrested. Now, Brother Asemi Eba, yes. From God knows when this investigation started to end. Nobody, no one has effected the arrest of Mr. Mahama that he had engaged in any act of bribery or corruption. 2, the deferred prosecution agreement. Nowhere is it stated, sir, there is any named Ghanaian official that was paid 1 Ghana cedi or €1 to influence the person to agree to the purchase of the CASA 296 aircraft. Incidentally, you may know and this aircraft Yana use it for major deployment. Sometimes blaster for crack or bobo or granon or modium farm with Yakukumase among others. And so at least the aircraft have proved very, very useful. 2, Brakwame, the individuals that's the public officials who were directly involved in this transaction are all alive, thankfully. The Minister Defense at that time, General Smith, is alive. In fact, Assembly Crowd, they call Parliament for approval. Deputy Minister or the transaction they call Parliament for approval. The Honorable Setepe, is alive. At the armed forces, very instructive. At the armed forces, they had a technical team. At the armed forces, called severe space. Echo inspecting aircraft advising on the technical issues involving this transaction. Thankfully, the leader of that technical team, Nanado Danko Kupado were promoting to one of the highest positions within the Air Force. He's alive. Nukre, and I say, all the documentation involving this transaction are public documents. Martin Amidu Ekobaye, quickly he went to the armed forces, the Ministry of Defense, and retrieved all this documentation. Nowhere, and let me repeat, Brakwame, nowhere in the deferred prosecution agreement and the approved judgment by the Crown Court is there any evidence whatsoever.
Now, are you lawyers? Okay.
Is there any evidence that any named public official or government official was given 1 Ghana cedi? And in fact, we share the narration now, Omodiaka, this worthless arrest warrant now. The Omukan said it was through this company, Dendo, Ena Omutia Adamudie Emma public officials. But Mr. Martin Amidu decided, for obvious reasons, not to name the said public officials who took bribe, because he knows that there is no such thing. He has no such evidence under the sun. Say a named government official had taken bribe. Question. Brakwame, at the time this agreement you call Parliament, July 2011, the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana at that time, the Attorney General Department provided a legal opinion as a government legal advisor on this transaction. Question. Was Mr. Martin Amidu paid in order for him to give a legal opinion on this transaction? Question. Who among his colleague ministers then was paid by Airbus officials through anybody in order to influence the purchase of this? Is it the members of the Ghana Armed Forces? Is Is it the chairman of the Armed Forces Council then, Vice President Mahama? Is it the Defense Minister then, General Smith, or who? And he knows, sir, if he mentions anybody's name, you will be personally sued for defamation. And so he's hiding behind all of this rumor, gossip, just to tarnish the image of people. It will not wash back on me.
Okay,
Mr. Samuel Mahama, English approach now. He has a known address. He's a national of Great Britain. Waya Bonia, Great Britain, for within 1 minute, they can arrest him within a minute.
Okay, Mami Musa.
No such warrant or arrest have been effected against the suspect. Lawyer. Amidu office, Attorney General office, actual legal opinion for this transaction.
Be an enemy be one na on him as at that time. Is saying a fena bedega.
Na Sebio, Attorney General, one of your principal responsibility, the FN is due diligence. Lawyer need you have a responsibility to do the FN due diligence and so I prefer a legal opinion. Lawyer near what saw an opinion without doing due diligence. Asama baye bisa also where the name new. What am I say? Before you prefer a legal opinion, you do due diligence. All the companies involved in the transaction, what is their standing? Omo a criminal record be ana, be ana. Answer what's your legal opinion relative to the transaction? The legal opinion was proffered from the office of the Attorney General, then headed by Martin Amidu. 2. We share the narration on the ACA or the court, circuit court for them. Nowhere is it stated, say, government official, Tamakloe, on this day received 20,000 euros. It is as a result of the receipt of this money that he agreed to this purchase. And now I say, John Dramani Mahama, you are chairman of the Armed Forces Council. On this day, you receive €1. That is what influenced the decision to purchase this. No such thing. And like I told you, in the purchase of this Casa 296, and you say, you call shop, impulsive buying in the eco to you. Military officials in Ghana eco Spain. And yet the only beer and omodito side. So please, this diversionary so-called arrest warrant. And I brought me computer Interpol website is here. A little engagement. Because we say you like to entertain, inform, and educate Ghanaians. If you call on the website, is here and I type in the name Samuel Mahama.
Okay. Question back.
There are over 7,000 names on the list. Nowhere, I repeat, is the name Samuel Mahama or Foster Adama Mahama on that list.
Okay. Now, Mami Musadia with you. To the ordinary Ghanaian, when you bibia, Semikin kind the Ghanaian Times, page 12, Ediba or say. Interpol has declared Samuel Adam Mahama, Sarah Fonox, Sarah Lynn Davis, and Philip Sean Medemix as fugitives wanted for prosecution for their involvement in the payment of €3.9 million as bribe from Airbus SE to some key Ghanaian officials. The payment was made between 2009 and 2015. Now, Kenkanba was say, Mahama has been charged with accepting a bribe to influence a public officer and acting in collaboration with public officer for the public officer's private profit, as set out in sections 179 clause B, and then 179 clause D, and 252 clause 1 of the Criminal Offences Act.
First of all, even charges here one person, okay? Charges here one person was paying. Well, first of all, the charges themselves are extremely nebulous.
Why?
Extremely nebulous, and I will explain. Who said Obi, okay, are collaborating with someone, public officials, correct? Anna, who is this public official or officials? Who?
Abu Baba.
Abu Baba saying, one I was say, remember, say in the narration, or say investigation.
Eti Kawabo, Ebia Samuel Adam Muhammad. Public officer
with Edu Tamakloe. He collaborated with Chikesie.
Anabia.
What Martin Amidu is engaging is the friend of fishing expedition.
But Martin Amidu no buy.
And I make you see you don't even know the genesis. And I make sure say Martin Amidu. Interpol investigation bia.
Oh sir.
Yes. Martin Amidu na call circuit court akọji warrant.
See if I
command the Interpol office in Ghana for publicity.
But papa no boy adwuma. What did you? Martin no. Now Ghana was saying
Interpol office for Ghana.
I know.
Martin on the 13th day of May 2020 in Oko Circuit Court. Yema Mrs. Efia Owusua Apia Edamo. In Oko G this warrant of arrest. Because also why invite you and they didn't come. Such as here. And that he's investigating them in relation to offenses here throw out two ways. First of all, who are these named public officials? Martin is essentially engaged in the MMA friend of fishing expert. Who need evidence?
Now,
out there to see, say,
lawyer, woman may you maybe send me Interpol for one website. Me call ye no me huni. Nanya me nko na masacha. Okay ye ya nam say okayfm de ye Ghana for ye BBC ntino. Enipa 346 me kan ye ya wo mo so akoseche ye huni de ye gusu bia na ehye ba bia bia ni di
American say even when you go to the internet or Interpol website they have 7,000 and over names on the red alert.
But when you need to say who's a Martin they will see an and do baby it's a submarine type of investigation. I'm from a two interpretation baby
Martin Amidu on your comfort. On your fetish priest. No, I can say, or your Yankuma dear, it will soon say. Okay? Two, Mama will say, Martin Amidu a truck attack or my serious fraud office for Ewa Abuchi Mayamu. Oma Fino.
And I'm come for the female and a munya man in Juma.
And American say, only Paya will say what the warrant, or English and Mamu. He is living in London from age 9 years with a known address. And you're gonna have any proper address system. England, you're president show 1 minute, you better choose it. Yeah. From the time our Airbus are saying me by up to date, and let me give you some way of education, Bisa. You see, the English authorities always preferred deferred prosecution agreements for a very good reason. They have tried prosecuting Tesco. Oko English Moma. There's company be a friend in Tesco. Well, chains of shops. They tried prosecuting them. It didn't work. Then they tried prosecuting Barclays officials. It didn't work. Because you see, at the criminal level, the standard of proof is proof beyond reasonable doubt. And you try to prosecute Barclays, and Barclays officials, they could not succeed. They were acquitted and discharged.
Lawyer, Buamekakra. When you say a local, a year or Koji into the Bia who Interpol list so.
No, sir, and American say, Omomuko G, almost say, Omu command. They are not saying a local arrest warrant.
Teacher say, Kawoji, and so forward the court.
And American say, sir, arrest warrant if from second court. It was given 13th May. Mommy, education, Kakra. More lawyers, what me a cassette, the circuit court is lame in capacity to issue such a warrant for somebody to be arrested outside the jurisdiction. If it was a local warrant, circuit court, I won't have a problem with it.
That is why I'm saying that, somebody outside the jurisdiction of Ghana, a circuit court, when you're that lame enough.
No, sir, assuming the offense is even committed in Ghana and IBB, you can go ahead and do whatever. I won't have a problem.
Okay.
But to elevate it to the status of an Interpol way, the first source is to go to the net to check. And I'm saying there are over 7,000 names, named individuals with a red notice attached to them.
With the Nyabotre, you come out in the bedroom, we are not.
Incident no man train. This is a government. It's under pressure. The government is under pressure.
Oh, but it's an issue of corruption. Where are the government is so?
Corruption. Under Mr. Kufuor Amamwe. Yenti Hana National Youth Authority, CEO Emmanuel Asigri. Nasam no buy na ko say Martin why invite no
Pepe sinu gunanim no do so masa
Emmanuel Asigri ofri Garo Tempani haya
ba wuti lawyer
Nasam na American bra kwame. So it is about corruption. Sabio the investigation in respect the procurement CEO Anania J akosi say me no
ananu bi minya kwan ko ayi ho Martin office wo kohwe ho enkrata wo do so pa ne me gu papa yanim do so wono kwa woguso.
So you see, this is an officer abaya rendered useless, and so he wants to remain relevant. Because Uko Circuit Court 13th May. Why didn't you publish it then? Why now? Can Mr. Martin Amidu tell the good people of this country what happened between his correspondences with the UK Serial Fraud Office? In any case, Brakwami Sebio, have you asked yourself, say, what was studio? Say, then Tina, British officials up to date, almost arrested Samuel Mahama. Ose Obi Aji Adamudie ewo English Amamu is a British national. From the time of this investigation to date, he has not been arrested by British authorities or prosecuted. Have you asked yourself why? This completely useless enterprise just to divert attention from a normal aircosu ewo memua. Anopai awofo bebre omo da dwene and then he said omo ma ewo school mu in the midst of coronavirus. Mami bi kra ne ba ewuye ewo drama. Ano ene ne da dwene. Na why wadwene so you put this in the public domain just to confuse everybody. It will not wash. Emma so.
mate na ayi mate beda se no makoya adwuma ba we de sa fe na aba na me so da na mampani mahama wabedi aba no ayo attorney general.
Oh, attorney general there say big position no.
Ade
me dey me person me ye full soldier.
Me dey that me som da ye dey na ye ba o.
No, me dey me full soldier. One who say full soldier, we a full soldier responsibility be no so. And now when the pressure MPP for editor ya ma me glory people so da.
Ade mate
and black man can be plans work. When we say embra na Akufo-Addo set up office of special prosecutor. No bia show office here on something dramatic. When we saw all the cases at our court, Martin Amidu did the 9 AC court one day.
I said, oh yeah, no, my boys, I've done everything. Matemeda na wunya gari ni makosi men kancho se wadawro ma eye o car na eye Land Cruiser na wuyusuo na wo ba wachi a na ekasa eduji ba o two eduji ba
eno no e full soldier for car
what
when you say gary or me mental look it's that bia baby will be am person man me brief no back
mate
on the feet and then make a cry
mate better say no pay okay 101.7 so lawyer Eduji Tamakloe former president Mahama legal practitioner near na twen okay 101.7 so
okayfm 101.7